All right, so I'm here at Simply Performance, finally, with Ben. Nice to meet you.
It's good to have you here.
I've had the tour, seen all the projects you're working on, and I thought we'd talk about what you guys do here, Simply Performance, for those of you who don't know.
Yeah, so just for all the viewers, this was originally my father's business. It's a business that goes back to the mid-80s, where it was purely really dismantling back in the old days, and parts. Dad sold a few cars, and it evolved and evolved and evolved.
Yeah.
And that's where we are today. So I run the business with my brother, and we specialise in second-hand spares, performance parts, and also a range of new parts. I've just been showing Adam a few parts.
Lots of good new parts.
Constantly trying to develop stuff, trying to source quality, some of the hard to get bits, and really trying to just nail down good parts that people need.
And here's something that you can't get anymore, which we talked about a few times on the channel because I got a lot of questions about these. So if you have an HEV12 with the two coolant filler caps, one of them is supposed to be regular 16 and one's supposed to be higher. One's not supposed to go, so 20.
Absolutely. Well, we kept finding customers were talking about their coolant coming out of the centre rail. All their coolant in the V12 was being dumped on the floor, not in the recovery bottle, and it turned out the Jaguar was superseding the 20 psi cap to a 16 psi cap. So the plan, it should have a 16 psi on the recovery bottle on the expansion tank and a 20 psi cap in the centre. And we contacted the supplier that Jaguar used, and we end up producing 20 psi caps, and we also had the 16 psi caps made as well.
Yeah.
So we keep these in good quantities. We sell them as a kit because, they're always pretty bad condition and tired.
Yeah, I always swap them, so that's really good.
Yeah, it's a great. We've got a few tricks up our sleeves here.
Yeah,
so.
and I can see you using my favorite cam cover gaskets up there. We talked about those. They're a really good material. You see me use them on all the V12s they've done on the channel, and they never leak again once you put those on.
They are absolutely brilliant. So we just finished a project where we've had some of these made and tooled for the differentials, and it's a Wolverine material. It's like a metal laminated.
Yeah.
Really, really good. We're going to get some more stuff made as time goes by. So
you can actually take them apart again. Because I've had, not with those, but with auxiliary air valves, you can get those made with the same gasket.
Yep.
You can take those apart again and put them back on.
So for our differential dyno jig downstairs, where we test diffs, we've got a rear cover that goes on every diff when we want to just chuck a cover on something to seal it up and fill it full of oil. And I've got a gasket down there that we've used literally hundreds of times. And it's showing its age, but it seals a diff. You come in on a Monday morning and it's not leaked out, so
that's good.
It's working.
So for those who don't know, you guys also specialize in diffs here.
Yeah, so part of what we do, so the used parts naturally with this business are becoming harder to get. The cars that we're dismantling, the quality's going down. I was just talking to Adam saying, when we're dismantling a car, we've got to make sure the quality of the car is generally better than the customer's car. People want good chromes, they want good headlights, they want good engines, and we're not going to get that if the car's really bad quality. So we've evolved into various different new stuff, but really focusing on axle and suspension work.
Yeah.
And the differentials are something that we've always done over the years, but originally it was building custom ratios for the race guys, so ratios that weren't available, and that's evolved into a full service and repair, or even new outright units. And it's not just Jag, it's specialising in the Salisbury unit, so that's the Salisbury 4HA and the 4HU, but that's TVR, Aston, Cobra, Jensen, and of course all the Jags as well. So we get a lot of stuff made, and we do it all in-house, every bit of it.
Yeah.
All Timken bearings, and supplied back, ready to fit. It's pretty busy.
Can you source Timken bearings for the front wheel bearings and rear wheel bearings as well?
Absolutely. So through our bearing suppliers, where we are, we're building 4 or 5, sometimes 6 diffs every week here, and we get pallets of bearings from Timken, and with that we have access to all of the Timken range throughout the Jag. So we quite often package bearings and seals and kits, front wheel bearings, rear wheel bearings, differential bearings we sell separately as well. So
that's really good, because the regular part suppliers, if you order just regular bearings, you always get the Chinese ones.
I think what you'll find with a lot of suppliers is they will opt for the aftermarket supply chain. So going back to what I said a minute ago, trying to find quality, we will generally try to opt for the better quality option and give the customer the choice and say, look, we've got a Timken version at £20, whatever it is. We stock an aftermarket and I'll give my view on it, but the choice is yours. And it's really just giving the customer the choice.
And then, like you've seen, one of your probably, I guess, most famous for is your fast road kits.
Absolutely. So they are really a great kit, seen on various different channels online. Obviously Adam's getting one for the XJS, and that is really a great kit. That's not just from shocks where you've got adjustability with the gas, but you've also got a spring where it works,
Yeah.
I get a phone call nearly every week from somebody who's bought a set of springs from here or there, and the car's too high or the car's too low.
Yeah, why are they always too high? I get so many customer cars where they ask me, why is my car like this? I've been to said shop, they put new springs in.
Yep.
And I said, yeah, that's always it with new springs. It always happens.
They're made wrong.
Are?
They're made wrong. So we bought springs when we were doing. We actually switched manufacturer from IBAC to H&R, and at that time, that was about 5 years ago, we rechecked and dyno tested a lot of stuff because I wanted to familiarise myself with all of the data. So I took a load of springs, the used springs we had here, had them all dyno tested. That was 3.6, 4 litre, V12, 6 litre, all of that range. And we also bought a set of springs in from a few different suppliers. It might be a bit cheeky, but I wanted to test them and see what's happening.
Yeah.
And they're all completely wrong, And we all know on an XJS, it's very easy to go up if you need to. Obviously, you don't want to put loads of packers in, but it's in the Jag book.
Yeah.
But if you're too high,
You can't do much.
no. So they're just made wrong.
Can you make springs also for the old S-Type?
So it gets to a point in time where our range becomes limited.
Yeah.
Springs, the way that we can offer springs with that fast road kit economically is volume of production. So we have literally hundreds of springs made. The rear spring in particular, our last order was 600 pieces. And when it comes to S-Type, E-Type, all the other different saloons of that early period, first of all, we haven't got the data. I don't have original samples that we're happy with. Don't know the cars that well, and that's a big part of it as well. And then when it comes to manufacturing it, if I was to have 50 or 60 pieces made,
It's not worth it, yeah.
I just wouldn't be able to compete with what's out there.
No, it's because I have a customer car where they have that issue and it's way too high in the front, and we're trying to figure out. The only thing I have as a solution for him is that I have a parts car with decent springs, and we might just paint them up and put them on there. Because right now it's like this, the car.
Unfortunately, like I say, I get a phone call nearly every week. It's a common situation, and it's just sad we're in this, sad the situation that we're in. So.
Do you have any new things that you're working on coming up?
We are always working on stuff here. So we are working on the website. That's one thing we're trying to do. We're trying to get more stuff on there. If you have a look, it's simplyperformance.com, and you'll see on there quite a lot of what we do. There's still a lot of stuff that isn't on there yet. We are working on it. It is challenging trying to get the descriptions and the pictures and the right information. But in terms of new releases, we are, I was just saying to Adam, we're just jigging up on some new stainless steel pipes. So we're just trying to do a series 1 and 2 carbed V12 with the heater hose coming off the neck. We've just about to release it's a bit late for your era, but it's the X308. So we're doing a centre box delete, the X box.
Ooh,
so there's actually going to be a pass-through box. We finished the first patterns. And so that'll be a full system on a 308 front to back. And we actually have an XK8 that's being jigged at the moment. So we're trying to offer a 4.2 and a 4 litre system. And that's also fully boxed and deboxed versions of that.
And that would be good on XKR as well.
Absolutely. So we're making everything options to fit across the range. So on the centre boxes, we've got flanged inlets as well as slide inlets, so we can put a kit together that will work on any XK from 96 to 2006.
That's really good.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Because I'm starting to see lots of questions about the newer cars as well in my shop, and things, especially exhaust is starting to rot out on those cars now. Even on nice XKRs, they're starting to rattle and things. and it's really hard to get a hold of good exhaust for them.
It is a big problem that we see across all of those eras. The XK's become incredibly popular.
And they're old now. I think it's an old car.
Yeah, it's approaching 30 years now.
Yeah.
So but we are getting there slowly.
Yeah. Well, we're going to continue just doing a little walk around here and see, but it's been great, and we're going to continue collaborating together with a lot of fun parts and getting things, and showing you guys what they do when I think we've already set up. The good thing is that shipping rates have gone down, so that's really good as well. And you send in usually in big pallets and things, so that's really good.
Yeah, we're partnered with FedEx now, and that's integrated to the website, so anyone abroad can get a quote for an international rate. But it is always worth mentioning that anyone that gets a high shipping quote from us, it's always worth having a chat, because it's possible that we might better get a better offer with a different courier or a different provider. But certainly to Sweden, the costs have come down a lot.
But you told me an impressive thing. So if you FedEx it to the States, you can almost it's almost overnighted.
We're fortunate because we're 8 hours ahead, or 5 to 8 hours ahead of most US states. We can ship from here directly to Heathrow same day. So when the FedEx lorry turns up, they go directly to Heathrow, and it's on a plane the same night. So
That's really cool.
a US package tonight will leave and be in the US. Well, probably early hours of Saturday mornings or on Friday today.
So if the customer US lives close to the airport,
it's next day in some cases.
That's very cool.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Yeah. It's pretty amazing.
That's fine. Yes, I'll put links down to the website and everything, and we're going to continue our cool collaboration.
Absolutely. I think by the end of it, Adam's going to have a few more things in his bag, I think, by the end of today.
I think so. I realized I brought way too small of a bag.
But we got shipping rates, so it's cool. We're just
but is there like a Tesco nearby so I can go buy a big suitcase?
We can box it for you. Don't worry.
Perfect. All right. All right. I'm gonna go and try and take some stuff without them noticing. All right. Thanks, Ben. It was great talking to you.
Likewise. Thank you, Adam.